Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on where you are. My name is Ian Aspakwith. I'm president of Samaki Thai American Coalition, and I'm so delighted you can join us today. Sawadee krap. Today, I'm pleased to announce that our program committee, Kun Walaipan Tong, will provide you with information about the Angel Wings Foundation. She will be joined by two fabulous alumni ambassadors from this program who will share their experience about this wonderful program and the essential information about the application process. But before we get to that, I would be remiss not to address the current outrage from the injustice with the police brutality against our fellow citizens in the African American community. On behalf of the Thai American community, we stand in solidarity with our friends in the African American community as we mourn for Mr. Floyd's death and other innocent lives at the hands of unjust system. I know that America could do better than this, and together, we must help America to be better than this. Over 244 years ago, around this time, this month in June, our founding fathers have declared an unjust against the tyranny system of the past. Our founding father, Thomas Jefferson, is the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and he inserted probably one of the most famous paragraphs in the English literature. And in it, he stated that we hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men, not just some, but all men, and you know what, if Thomas Jefferson was here today, he would probably make sure that's include all women as well, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Since then, our troops, men and women in the armed forces, have fought countless wars to protect these rights. As the first generation of Thai American citizens that come to the United States, my family has sent me here to receive better education. I didn't have much with me other than hopes and aspiration, and I've achieved American dreams, and I owe so much to this country that I love so much. America has given me the rights that was stated in Thomas Jefferson's famous literature: life, liberty, and the ability to pursue my happiness. But many of you on the call, I'm sure you can understand that we as a minority did not earn this right alone. If it wasn't because of the civil rights movements in the 60s, or Dr. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, or Harriet Tubman, who stood against the unjust system, we may not have the same rights that we have today. So as a community, I believe that we need to stand together to unite it and with our friends in the African American community and fight against the justice and equality for all. With that, I'd like to share a message from our guest, Kun Pui Pantip Nakranganok, who is the founder of Angel Wings Foundation. Sorry, 1 second. Need to make sure to share the sound. Okay, there you go.
สวัสดีค่ะท่านผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านค่ะปุ๋ยพรทิพย์นาฮิรันกนกไซมอนค่ะ It's such an honor to be with you today. I'm sorry I can't be with you live, but at least I wanted to send a hello and greetings to the Samakit seminar today, and thank you for the wonderful work you're doing for the Thai community. Like you all, I am very much proud of my heritage, and at Angel Wings Foundation, we've worked really hard to unify our Thai students and give opportunities to our youth that is in much need of financial support, especially for their higher education. I've been giving scholarships out for 10 years now in Thailand and going on our 5th year here in the US. Our first year, we actually had restricted our efforts to LA, where I was raised, and to kind of create a system that can connect with Thai students. And we started our first year of applications and we had great success, and we've been building on that ever since. So much so that now that we're in year 5, we've decided, because of this very trying and uncertain time that we're living in today, that we would expand our efforts throughout the United States. So Angel Wings Foundation is opening their scholarship program to all Thai students in the United States. We're going to be giving 50 scholarships, and we're very excited about that. So being that everything is online, we're going to try this for the first time to try to collect applications from throughout the country. So with your help, I'm hoping that we can get the word out and let families and students know that this resource is available to them. And all they have to do is click on angelswingsfoundation.org and see the application online, fill it in. We've extended our deadlines because we know some schools have experienced some delays, especially in getting their transcripts. So we're doing what we can to reach out to our Thai students and let them know that there is support out there for them to continue to dream of your future and live your life to your greatest potential. And we at Angels Wings Foundation want to do our part to encourage you and celebrate you. So after this, I think my 2 ambassadors, Kristen and Isaac, will be speaking with you live to answer any questions you may have about our application process, about what the experience has been for them. And after you meet with them, I'm sure you'll agree with me that they represent the extraordinary students that we so proudly serve and want to continue to reach out to. So thank you all again. Have a wonderful seminar. And sorry I can't be with you this morning, but at least I got to say hello. Please stay safe. These are very nervous and even scary times, but as a community, we'll get through this. Hold on to your families tight and know that we will get through this. Thank you, Ka. Stay well. Sawasdee ka.
What an inspiring welcome message from Kun Puis. And now I would like to invite our program share committee, Kun Walaipan or Wendy Gate Tong, to come and also welcome our 2 alumni ambassadors from the Angel Wings Foundation, Christian and Isaac. Wendy, take it away, please.
Hi, everyone. สวัสดีค่ะท่านผู้ชมทุกท่านนะคะวันนี้เวนดี้หรือว่าอุ้มนะคะวลัยพันธ์ก็จะเป็นผู้ที่ช่วยสัมภาษณ์นะคะambassador ของ Angel Wings ซึ่งอลัมไนทั้ง2คนนะคะคือ Kristen and Isaac นะคะก็จะมีทั้งภาษาไทยและภาษาอังกฤษนะคะในระหว่างการสัมภาษณ์นะคะก็Kristen Isaac ก็จะมาเล่านะคะเกี่ยวกับประสบการณ์นะคะที่ทั้ง2คนได้รับนะคะแล้วก็ตอนท้ายนะคะถ้าใครมีคำถามนะคะสามารถพิมพ์ลงมาได้นะคะใน Zoom ในFacebook Live นะคะแล้วก็จะมีการตอบคำถามในตอนท้ายนะคะก็เตรียมคำถามไว้นะคะแล้วก็มีคำถามอะไรก็ถามได้ตอนข้างท้ายนะคะ Okay, first of all I would like to introduce Kristen Bianco, which is the alumni ambassador from Angel Wings Foundation. Hi Kristen.
Hi, สวัสดีค่ะ Hi, my name.
Yes, another person is Isaac McSherry. Isaac, can you say hi to everyone?
Sawadika. My name is Jerry.
Yes, very good. Okay, I would like to start with ask a questions, for both of you, so everybody can, know our difference, from point of view from you. Kristen, can you tell about yourself?
Hi. So yes, just a little background information on who I am. So I was born in Thailand. So my mom is Thai and my dad is American, so he's white. And so I came to America when I was 6 years old to Pennsylvania, and I grew up and have a foundation of speaking Thai. Thai was my first language, and then I came to the U.S. because my mom wanted me to pursue higher education and better education in the United States. And so for until I was 14, right before high school, I lived in Pennsylvania, and there was not a huge Thai community. So I didn't know many people who were Thai growing up around me. So I had the opportunity of moving to Los Angeles in California when I was about 14, 15 years old. And from there, my mom wanted me to be really active in the Thai community. So she signed me up to attend Camp Wat Pa, which is the Thai youth camp here in LA. And through Camp Wat Pa, I started meeting a lot more Thai students. And that's where I heard of the Angel's Wings Scholarship, was through the director of Camp Wat Pa. And from there, I was part of like the first class of Angel's Wings recipients when Kun Pui had it only for LA in 2017.
Okay, great. You mentioned that you joined the Camp Wat Pa and also be involved in Thai community. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. So how I first kind of got involved in the Thai community was through Camp Wat Pa, because I didn't really know any opportunities at that time. So going through camps and participating from being a camper at Camp Wat Pa, I started becoming an actual counselor and mentoring these younger students who were coming to the camp. So I helped after being a camper, I started being on the planning committee where we helped plan and Camp Wat Pa and like different activities we would do there. And after I received the scholarship with Angel Wings Foundation, I reached out to Amelia, who is in charge of like all the scholarship materials and everything. And I asked her if there's any way I can get involved with Angels Wings Foundation, because I don't want to just limit my way of helping to Camp Wat Pa. I want to find any way I could and give back to the foundation that gave me the scholarship and this opportunity. So she responded, and fortunately they invited me to be part of the team and help out. And all it took was really me reaching out and asking like, what could I do?
Mm-hmm. Okay, since I remember that you are the first group of alumni, right? So your first group of recipient that you received the award, ceremony at I think City Hall, right, in downtown LA. And how do you feel about that? What's program kind of give to you? What's in your mind to that day that you received the award?
I think like what Angels Wings has given me, and specifically like the scholarship, has given me like opportunity to have a community. I have a community with Camp Wat Pa, but it helped me meet other students as well who are Thai Americans who want to pursue higher education, who want to like have different opportunities, and meeting people who were my age. That was something that was really hard to do growing up, was meet someone who was, also going to college or who I could look to as a mentor. So Angels Wings provided me with that opportunity to meet different students of similar backgrounds. At the end of the day, like we all want this opportunity of higher education.
Okay, good. And I heard that to be able to apply for Angel Wing scholarship, of course, you have to have a very good grade, right? Excellent grade. You have to be very good in school, doing your hard work at school, and also I think you have to be involved, the Thai community as well, and also a lot of people, I myself, I taught at Wat Pa as well, at Thai, and a lot of students ask like, oh, we're not quite sure about how to write essay. Essay is one of a weakness of our Thai community. When you write essay, what do you can you just kind of like tell a little bit like what do you write about during that time?
Sure. So I can say what I wrote, and then if Isaac wants to say what he wrote as well. So personally for me, when I applied for the scholarship, I wrote about how I was able to participate and join Camp Wat Pa in different organizations. Like even though I grew up in different like areas such as like Pennsylvania and stuff, like I think at the end of the day, like for me, it was empowering to put myself and like connect with my Thai roots through like making that effort to be part of Camp Wat Ba, to be part of Angels Wings Foundation. And when I wrote the essay, it mainly focused on how I tried to keep in touch with my Thai roots growing up. And like, so my mom, for example, would only let me speak Thai when I was in the house. So she when I was in the house, she would never let me speak English. I think she caught me and my brother once and got really mad at us and said, you know, you're going to have opportunities to speak English anywhere outside of the house, at school or at work or anytime in the future, but you're not going to have that opportunity to learn and really speak Thai. So growing up, she always really tried really hard to teach us how to be, you know, to learn the language, to like keep in touch with our roots, like make an attempt to like really get to know like my family in Thailand. And that to me was something I was really thankful for, was the fact that she never gave up on me learning Thai and like always tried to create that Thai side and community with me. And so in my essay, I wrote about how like it was really important, how I really admire how she tried to keep those Thai roots intact with me growing up in a very foreign country.
Okay, very good. If I can ask you more questions, you know, and I'm gonna ask Isaac. Hi, Isaac. Are you?
Hey.
Hi, Isaac. Yeah, can you tell us about yourself? You know, so people know more about you.
So yeah, and I can tie this into what Kristen was talking about the essay too. So a little bit of background about me. My situation is slightly different from most Angels Wings scholarship recipients because I was born in Thailand to Thai mother, American father, moved to the U.S. when I was about 1. So I don't have a whole lot of memories of growing up in Thailand. But I grew up in small town Virginia, a tiny town called Ruckersville that has about 1,000 people in it. So, and I grew up there until I graduated high school and moved to Los Angeles at 17 to attend school at the University of Southern California. So growing up there, basically, you know, there was no Thai community. The Thai community was me and my mom, and my father passed away when I was 14. So I got, you know, growing up, it was just this very, very close bond between myself, my mother, me trying to be aware and in touch with my culture, but also this divide, since, you know, it was not a very diverse town. I'm sure you can imagine growing up in a small town in the South. You know, it's mostly white, not very ethnically and racially diverse. So growing up had to balance me wanting to stay in touch with my roots, with the reality of when I walk outside, you know, people, like, I look white, people think I'm white. And it's just, you know, this whole struggle with like this identity of who am I, like, how do I maintain my Thai heritage, and all that. So I got very, very lucky. One of my mom's friends who lives in LA found out about the scholarship, and she passed the word along to my mom. Just a little more evidence, you know, outreach, super important. Tell all your friends, because you never know who your outreach and spreading the word is going to impact. So I got lucky. I found out about the scholarship, which, as was said before, at the time was for Thai Americans in LA only, which was a little bit of a problem because I was in Virginia. But I reached out to Amelia. I said, look, I know I'm not living in LA currently, but I'm going to go to college in LA. Can I still apply for the scholarship? Because it would mean a lot to me, and help me a lot pursuing my dreams of going to USC. And thankfully, like, I'm forever grateful. The Angels Wings Scholarship Committee took a chance on me and gave me the scholarship. And you know, now I'm here, and you know, forever grateful for that, and looking forward to opportunities to give back wherever I can. So on the question of the essay, I know Kristen was talking about how, like, essay, Wendy asked, like, advice on how to write a compelling essay. And my biggest advice is just really just be authentic, and be honest. I know that sounds a little bit cliche, but, you know, don't worry about trying to, like, throw stuff in there just because you think it sounds good. Like, really, like, speak from you. Because one thing, our year, the essay was, how have you been involved in the Thai community? And it's different now. I think it's, what does being Thai American mean to you? But just my point is, just be authentic, because you know, if I had tried to like make up a story about how I'm involved in the Thai community in Virginia, where there is none, that like, I feel like it just wouldn't have worked, and it really just wouldn't have represented who I am. For me, like I wrote my essay about honestly, like, look, where I grow up, there is like, I am the Thai community, and my mom is the Thai community. And I've been doing my best to struggle with this like identity crisis and maintain awareness of my heritage while I'm here. But what this scholarship really means to me is an opportunity to go to LA, where there is a very strong Thai community, and where I do want to make a big effort to get in touch with my roots and to meet Thai peers my age and get involved with the Thai community that way. And I remember like later on talking to Kun Pui about my essay. That's one thing she's mentioned, that she appreciated the authenticity and the curiosity. So just like, if there's one bit of advice I can give, you know, like when she reads your essay, when everyone is reading your essay, like they really read it carefully, and they care about the authenticity, and they're looking to really get to know who you are and what the scholarship means to you. So, you know, show off, obviously, like if you've done a lot with the Thai community, like Camp Wat Pa, like Kristen, you know, be clear with that, but at the same time, really be authentic and let them know what the scholarship really means to you on a personal level. And I think that will help.
Okay, thank you very much. And I have questions. Both you can help to ask this question to share. And I can tell that both of you, it's I put this way, like a little bit like, you know, different, like a, you know, Thai, we know like as Thai, you know, we kind of shy, you know, we not really like to outreach, we not like to go out, you know, of the area, but both of you, right, Kristen, you know, you do take initiative, right? Talk to Emily and Isaac, you know, even though you're not really quite, you know, fit to in the program because you're out of state, but you pursue it, you know, you show that you are Thai and you should be a part of it, and you want to come to USC, this is your dream. And Kristen, you know, with that in mind, you think like, of course, you deal with a lot of kids at Wat Pa, right, which is like a Thai, like more Thai culture. You have any kind of advice or something that for those Thai that may kind of shy, don't quite know if how they can do outreach or?
Yes. So I think a good way to really get involved is just to reach out, because you don't really know like what kind of opportunities are out there unless you reach out to someone that you may know. Like, so when Isaac came here, I went up to him and I asked him for his contact information when we were at the city hall. And my thing was, I wanted to really start building a community with students, Thai students who are my like age, and that I could reach out to and like have peers who are Thai as well. And so me going to Isaac, I like started trying to get him to come to Camp Wat Pa and like try to get him involved with Angel Wings Foundation. And I think like when different opportunities, or when you meet people who are like Thai, I think you shouldn't be afraid to go up and reach out to them or talk to them, because they may be able to introduce you to different communities who are near you that you can participate in. So like for Isaac, never, you know, being in Virginia, never really having like that community, I was really glad, and like, you know, I think it was really, you know, nice that I was able to help bring that community to him, because like I was kind of in his shoes too when I was in Pennsylvania. So like being able to reach out and like help peers out, I think, you know, and him being able to take that opportunity as well is really like how we build community, by helping one another.
Isaac, how about you?
No,
What give you courage during that time to kind of like go out of the way, you know, to pursue this dream?
Or to answer that question real quick, I mean, I feel like I always had known that I wanted to go far away to like a big city to pursue higher education, and Los Angeles seemed one. I mean, you can't get any farther away from Virginia and stay within the country almost than LA. But at the same time, I also like reading about colleges, reading about USC, and knowing that in addition to being in Los Angeles, there's also this huge Thai community was really like inspiring to me, and I wanted to do everything I could to be able to make it there and be involved and I guess like find myself in a way that I had never been able to do in Virginia. With the question about involvement in the community, how can like young Thai Americans be involved? I want to echo what Kristen said. I mean, when I went to the Angels Wings Scholarship Award ceremony, that was my first time. I was 17 years old at the time, and that was my first time being in a room with multiple Thai people, or Thai American people my age. So that was a really, really humbling experience. Like I taking it all in was like wow, like this is what it's like to be part of a community. And then when Kristen, like she said, when she went to talk to me, was like, this is so cool. Like you know, I've never had this experience before of talking to like equally like intelligent and motivated Thai American students with like similar goals and all that. And talking to her, that was just very, very humbling, and really, really cool to be able to, like, when she reached out, to be able to stay in touch. That was really, really incredible. And, you know, and I owe my involvement with the Thai American community in a lot of ways, to Kristen. She told me about Camp Wat Pa, and it was through her like outreach as part of like when she began her internship with the Angels Wings Foundation that got me back in the loop and allowed me to get more involved with the foundation. So I'm grateful for that. And I do just want to say, for like Thai Americans especially, like speaking from my experience, being around peers is not something you should take for granted, because, you know, not everyone gets an opportunity like this to be around people of the same background. So really take advantage of the opportunity to get to know each other, to connect with each other, maybe bounce ideas and opportunities off of each other. And then you never know where those connections are going to take you.
Okay, thank you. And I heard that since both of you mentioned about that after you joined Angel Wing, and Kun Pui said this is a 5th year, so we have a lot of alumni. And is both of you still connect with your alumni? Any activities that you have done together? Kristen, you can share if you have any.
Sure. So I'll
Kristen, we don't hear you. Okay.
So hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, well, if any time my microphone cuts off, Isaac, feel free to jump in. So I'll just start off on like explaining a little bit about what we've done with the student support series, and then like Isaac can finish off on that. So we believe that like outreach is really important in general for like getting students, especially who have received the scholarship, to be involved, because a lot of students think getting a scholarship is getting money and then that's it. Like that's it. Like you don't really need to really keep in touch with anyone afterwards. But I think for our like mission at Angel Wings Foundation is not just giving students that like monetary and financial like assistant, but also by trying to give them with other skills that they might not have. So we've been trying to come up with different like innovative ideas of helping them other than just through money, which is like by creating the student support series, where we offer them like different workshops, speakers, and various opportunities to really build skills that will help them in the future. And Isaac, do you want to take over?
Yeah, so like Kristen said, I think that one of the coolest and most exciting initiatives to come out of Angels Wings, in addition to the scholarship, is the idea that, you know, once you get the scholarship, it doesn't end there. We are all part of this community, and we want to stay involved with everyone, help them continue to succeed and excel and grow. And the student support series, I think, is the best example of that. We have, you know, different networking events. Like last week, there was a like a human resources perspective on like job search workshop sort of thing. And we have alumni join us from there, from all different like studies, which I think is really cool to be able to have this like really diverse network of, you know, Thai Americans studying like engineering, business, finance, psychology. So just bringing everyone together and allowing each other to really like get to know each other in similar and diverse fields, I think is a really cool thing. And just the community building aspect of all being in the same place, all having similar goals, and just being able to connect with interesting, like accomplished people. For example, we also had Malika Chopra a couple weeks ago talk about like meditation and mindfulness and living with intent. And everyone who attended that meeting got a signed book, Living with Intent, which I think is just as useful for like, I feel like me personally, as an ambassador, and also like just as useful for me as for the alumni who are attending. So just different initiatives like that to bring everyone together, to support the students through different initiatives, whether that be networking, a break for just getting to know each other, learning about mindfulness and how we can really begin to focus on ourselves and our own goals. I think the student support series for me has been a great way to give back. I'm sure Kristen would agree, and also a way to begin to build this community that we've always dreamed of building.
Thank you. And I forgot to ask. I know Kristen, and you're from UCLA, right? And you got scholarships from me, and you almost graduate now. And like, do you have any idea after you graduate what you're gonna do?
Yeah, so I think I'm kind of in that position too, where I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do after college, but I kind of have an idea of where I want to start. And where I want to start is I want to go into finance. So currently I am majoring economics and international development studies. So going to college, I was thinking about joining the United Nations and trying to find ways to help and give back. But for me, like my ultimate goal and what I want to do in the long run is be like Kunpui, where I can like have the resources to give back to the community and have like a scholarship foundation and like be able to give back. So for it to be like a full circle. But for me to get there, I want to first, get into finance and like work in that area. So that's just kind of my goal to start off.
Yes, and I'm sure that a lot of people who are parents or someone who here, we have a quality Thai Americans here that you want to give opportunity for them to do a training, or even give a job opportunity. Then I think you can contact Angel Wings. How about Isaac? And you from USC? You here, close to here. I'm in downtown. So what's your plan? Yeah, what's your plan after you graduate?
So I'm studying biomedical engineering at USC and minoring in entrepreneurship. I'm in a similar boat to Kristen. Is I'm still kind of figuring out what I really want to do with my career. Right now, my dream would be to found a biotechnology startup and use what I've learned to build something from the ground up and use that to help people around the world, whether that be through development of new medicines or applications of new new biomedical engineering methods. I'm still not 100% sure what exactly like the problem I want to focus on is, but something entrepreneurial, something where I can start my own project, which right now I'm working on building a project to help refugees. That's a project I've been working on through a class for the past year, and just like carrying what I've learned from that forward to basically I want to use engineering and science and everything I've learned, not just in like science and technology, but like bringing a lot of different skill sets and people and like application of knowledge together to help people is generally what I want to do. And hopefully like Kristen, I really want to get to a point where I can really begin to invest back into the Thai American community.
Again, bioengineering, any science, parents or any potential company, for Isaac. So we have a quality that gonna graduate, in the future soon. And next, I would like to ask Kun Amelia Williamson, which is scholarship director from Angel Wing Foundation, to tell about the program, how to apply to the program. Please welcome Ms. Amelia.
Thank you, Wendy. Sarika, I also want to thank you, Ian, for standing with the African American community in solidarity. And Kristen and Isaac are such good examples, great examples of our students, our alumni. I get to work with them on a weekly basis now. They're very involved, and hearing you guys today just brought a lot of smiles and laughs to my face. So thank you. Our scholarship program, as you know, you've heard today, you heard from Kumbuli in the opening, it has been open to all 50 states in response to what is happening in our country. And to that end, I just want to give you the overview really quickly. It is a scholarship for Thai Americans, and so we do stand true to that. You can live anywhere in the United States. We do ask you to be a graduating high school senior, but we do consider other students. If you email us and share our story, as Isaac talked about him reaching out, Kumbuli does her best to meet exceptional students where they are. We support you going to a 4-year school, a trade school, a junior college, whatever it is. We will support you in that. We do ask that you have a grade point average of 3.0, and the essays are really important. The essay question is, how has your Thai heritage affected the way you see the world? And what's important and what makes this scholarship unique is the community building aspect. We really work to have our alumni stay engaged. We want them to build community. Usually we have a big ceremony every year. We won't be able to do that this year, but we'll probably do something virtually to connect all of our scholars. And the application deadline right now, you'll see on our website, it is June 30th. We know that things have happened with schools, transcripts are delayed. We will work with you. And we take all of this on a case by case. You can email myself, Amelia at angelswingsfoundation.org. You can email Kristen at that same address. On our website, our information is there, and it is an online application. So you're able to submit everything through our Angels Wings website. And that is angelswingsfoundation.org, and the application can be found there.
Thank you, Amelia. And before we're gonna go to Senator Kantami for Q&A, I just want to recap, everything in Thai, for the program today. And of course, I will speak in Thai. วันนี้นะคะคุณปุ๋ยก็ได้มาพูดถึงโปรแกรมให้เราทราบนะคะเกี่ยวกับโครงการให้ทุนการศึกษานะคะซึ่งปีนี้ก็เป็นปีที่5นะคะก็ขยายถึง50รัฐนะคะคุณอเมเลียก็ได้พูดถึงว่านักเรียนก็ต้องมี qualification นะคะเรื่องของการศึกษาแล้วก็ต้องเขียน essay นะคะโดยที่ข้อมูลทั้งหมดก็อยู่ที่เว็บไซต์ angelwing นะคะ foundation.org นะคะเดี๋ยวท้ายรายการเราจะมีเป็นrecap นะคะเกี่ยวกับเว็บไซต์ที่จะต้องใช้ตรงนี้นะคะแล้วก็จากที่น้องทั้งสองบอกนะคะก็คือว่านอกจากที่จะเรียนเก่งอย่างเดียวแล้วนะคะก็ต้องช่วยเหลือชุมชนนะคะแล้วก็มี involve กับชุมชนนะคะโดยที่โอกาสตรงนี้นะคะทำให้เราได้เป็นคนไทยนะคะเราได้อย่างที่พี่ปุ๋ยบอกก็คือเรารักความเป็นไทยนะคะก็จะได้เข้ามารวมกันเป็นคนไทยน้ำหนึ่งใจเดียวกันช่วยเหลือซึ่งกันและกันค่ะต่อไปนะคะก็ขอส่งต่อหน้าที่ให้กับคุณแทมมี่นะคะที่จะดูคำถามนะคะจากผู้ชมที่อยู่ที่บน Facebook หรือว่าจาก Zoom ค่ะ
โอเคค่ะได้ยินทางค่ะทุกคนขอบคุณนะคะขอบคุณค่ะคุณ Wendy thank you Amelia and thank you Christian and Isaac wow it's very great opportunity that happened in your life and I'm very happy for you so because we have questions here from Zoom attendees แต่ว่าเป็นภาษาไทยนะคะ so จะพยายาม I'm not sure how but I'm going to try to speak Thai very slowly here. So คุณโมนานะคะถามมาว่าขอทราบขั้นตอนและระยะเวลาในการสมัครทุนของคุณปุ๋ยซึ่งก็คำถามนี้นะคะได้ตอบไปแล้วโดยที่คุณอมิเลียได้ตอบไปว่ามีข้อมูลอยู่ในทางเว็บไซต์นะคะแล้วก็น้องทั้งสองคนน้องไอแซคแล้วก็น้องคริสเตียนได้บอกคร่าวๆแล้วว่าพื้นฐานเบื้องหลังแบ็กกราวด์ของทั้งสองคนเป็นมาเป็นอย่างไรแต่ว่าอยากจะให้คุณ Amelia, could you please give us brief, not in detail, brief information about the qualifications and requirements to apply for the scholarship? What do you have to do? What do you have to be, or what you have to do other than be a Thai young and involved in the community? What else that they have to show as far as the qualifications?
Sure. You need to have a 3.0 GPA, so we will review your transcripts. Those need to be submitted with the application, as well as two recommendation letters. One ideally would come from someone in you're a teacher, principal, and then someone could come from the community. But again, we're being flexible this year. But those are pretty much the requirements, and then the essay.
And the essay can be anything, right? It can say about anything.
The question is, how has your Thai heritage affected the way you see the world?
That's it. Thank you. Okay, so the next question we have here is from Kun Lada. Thanks for the meeting. How many scholarships that the AWF provide each year?
The number varies. This year, Kun Bui is giving away 50 scholarships, so 50.
So is there any ways that is there a possibility that you see that it could increase more than 50?
Potentially. We plan for certain numbers. There may be 1 or 2 exceptional students, so we have gone above, but right now we're saying 50.
And do you have a cap as far as the amount of the scholarship for each scholarship that they receive?
Yes, usually for a 4-year institution, it's a $10,000 scholarship. For junior colleges, trade schools, vocational schools, it's $5,000.
Okay, well, that's a very big money and great information. I'm sure that it is very helpful to a lot of moms and dads out there. So do we have any question from Bangkok? Does this scholarship apply to foreign students coming to study in the US or only students in the US?
So we get this question a lot. If you're coming to school in the United States, please reach out to us. We take those questions on a case by case. The scholarship is not yet provided outside of the United States, but if you are coming here, we will explore how we can support you.
Okay. Have you ever had any student that comes from the foreign country, basically from Thailand, and coming to the US and have any recipient of the scholarship from that kind of category?
We have received applications. They were not selected, but it wasn't because they were from Thailand. It was different things. Maybe they were getting ready to graduate, or the GPA was not high enough, but we did review those applications.
Okay. So is there any tips or any suggestion that you would like to make that you can give to, I'm sorry, this question should be for Kristen and Isaac. Any tips or any suggestion that you would like to give to potential future scholarship applicants here? Let's go on Kristen first.
I think for me, like just tips that I have, not just for students who are applying now, but like students who are thinking about applying for the Angels Wing Scholarship, is to like really, I think for me is like figure out like what being Thai actually does mean to you. Is like for me, like being Thai means like being really connected to the community and what I can do to kind of hold on to those roots. So I know a lot of students who are in similar backgrounds as me, or who like are planning on applying for the scholarship. Their biggest struggle is the essay component, like what P1D did mention. And I think for like also reiterating on what Isaac has to say is like really be genuine with when you do write that essay, is like it should come from the heart, and like it should really reiterate, like it should really say why being Thai is true to them and their personal story about being Thai, not just, you know, what you think like we want to hear, more so of just like what it means to you. So it should be genuine.
Yeah, I think Kristen said really well what I was going to say. Like I said earlier, basically, yeah, with the essay, be authentic, be genuine. I know like Kunpui really takes that to heart. You know, don't try to, like Kristen said, don't try to say just what you think we want to hear. Like just be authentic. Like really think about what your heritage means to you and how you can explore that. But at the end of the day, like you're expressing who like you are. So and being authentic is definitely is definitely like taken to heart, and we do really appreciate the authenticity. Like if you're struggling with identity or something, you don't have to like paint this like beautiful picture of this ideal, like if that's just like really communicate your own person, because like understand that you're unique and communicate that, and I think that will be that can be rewarded. Also, I guess think outside the box with the recommendation letters. I know it requires two, and one of mine I got from a mentor at an internship that I got lucky enough to have, and I think that helps. So just like just a little like be aware of who's there willing to support you. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. So now we have questions, and we already have an answer, but I'm going to read this question again just in case that anyone, so it's informative for everyone. So Kulada asked here, if the student did not get accepted at the first submission, is it possible to resubmit in the next year? And the answer is yes, it's possible to resubmit in the next year. We have also a question here. What academic year of student who can apply for scholarship, Amelia?
You said what academic year?
Yes.
They should be going to school in the fall.
In the fall, okay. And question here also for Amelia. For students who did not receive the scholarship, does Angel Wings also provide any kind of non-monetary support?
It's something that we think about. We haven't formally done it. We thought about, even with the student support series, is there a way to invite other students into that network? You can follow us on our social media, Instagram and Facebook. Sometimes there's information there.
Okay, that sounds good. I think it's going to open a lot of windows if we have that happened. So the next question is kind of related to the last question that I asked. Can the first or second year in college apply for it?
Yes, you would be considered an exception. So still, we will review the application, still submit it.
Okay. And could the one who did not get scholarship from the last year reapply? This question already answered. Yes, you may resubmit the application again. So thank you so much. I don't have any more questions here from the Zoom video. If you have any, anyone who attend Facebook Live has any question, please feel free to type your questions here. Kun Wendy, I would like to turn this to you, and maybe you can give any insight from as an you get involved in this matter and this great opportunity from the foundation. Is there any insight comments that you would like to make to the attendees here?
Yes,
Both
actually,
in Thai and English is fine.
Yes. Okay. I think we, cover a lot of that, and I think I would like to take opportunity to speak in Thai. So, some parents who may, like to hear more in Thai, and they know about that ก็โครงการนี้นะคะเป็นโครงการที่ดีมากก็ได้เข้ามาร่วมกับโครงการ Angel Wing นะคะตั้งแต่ปีแรกนะคะที่มี ceremony ที่LA City Hall นะคะก็ต้องบอกว่าส่วนตัวก็เรียนที่นู่นแล้วก็เรียนที่เมืองไทยด้วยแล้วก็รู้สึกแบบอย่างที่บอกเราเห็นคนรุ่นใหม่นะคะเป็นเด็กน้องๆอย่างที่ไอแซคพูดคริสเตนพูดว่ามาเจอกันแล้วเราก็ได้เห็นเด็กไทยที่แบบเก่งมากๆเก่งแบบเก่งขึ้นทุกปีคือตั้งแต่3ใช่ไหม like 3.0 and then like 4 point something even more than 4 point something so all the students who come it's like not just be a good student it's excellent and it's an opportunity for to shine like I said we don't know each other much we don't have a network in the Thai community much but then at Angel Wing Foundations when you have an award ceremony we can see this is the future of our Thai Americans in America so that's a good opportunity that to be involved in the Angel Wing Foundations and like I said it's not just about monetary money it's not about money it's about opportunity that you can see to kind of network and another thing too that I would like to share one of it touched my heart the story that it actually last year that Kun Pui was an Angel Wing for ceremony in I think Beverly Hills one hotel in Beverly Hills and one of us award recipient she said that she got award she want to be a fashion designer I got to talk to her because I just happened to know her aunt who are one of my alumni from Thailand and she said that okay she got inspired to be a fashion designer because of Queen Sirikit of Thailand and then we have conversation talk about that and I met another lady who is a professional fashion designer who are Thai and she designed a bag for Louis Vuitton, which is she just happened to join that ceremony. And, we can say, oh, both of you like, have the same dream. You want to create something very beautiful, for our world. And why don't you just talk to each other? And then I can see then, they change line, to connect with them and, the Thai professional designer want to, to be offered to be her mentor, which is I think this is like such a great opportunity, for if you be a part of Angel Wing, like I say, it's not just about the scholarship. Of course, scholarship is very important. Kun Pui always say that she want to give to the first year because she understands that sometimes it's so hard to get to the first year. And I remember that Isaac, maybe you can expand, talk more about this. You mentioned that. USC, we know USC is a private, right? But then you said after Angel Wing, can you tell about that? That you said Angel Wing because Angel Wing can make USC become a more affordable one. Can you share with that?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, obviously USC is pretty has a reputation as being an expensive school. So I also, I mean, just due to like personal and like financial circumstances, I did get a lot of financial aid from USC, as well as other scholarships. But it got to a point where like I was weighing my two main options, the University of Virginia, right across the street, and USC, which USC was the dream, but it was even with all the financial aid and outside scholarships, it was a little more expensive, which was something we really like I was really grappling with, just because of like the extra financial burden of moving to LA for my family. And then also, just like being a little more expensive would make things a little more difficult. So USC was like on the borderline of being affordable. UVA would have been cheaper. And I really just wanted to go to LA for a lot of reasons, including like the Thai community. And then the Angels Wings scholarship, like that money made a huge difference. And that ended up making USC my cheapest option. So with that, it was a huge help because from then on it was a no-brainer like this I'm going to go to USC. So the Angels Wing scholarship really did make that like key like deciding difference into like whether or not this going to USC would have been like a really significant financial struggle, and so it really just solidified like my ability to go to USC. So it made a really big difference.
Yes.
So we have some more question here. This question comes from the attendees and would like to address to Kristen and Isaac about your experience. So from your perspective, what do you think the Thai community could do more to help foster the enhancement of our future generations?
So can you repeat the question? So what can we do?
Yeah, what do you think the Thai community could do more to help foster the enhancement of our future generations, like maybe Thai or Thai and American, like you and Isaac?
So I personally, for me, I think that like it's really like hearing about the resources. So I know like from talking with a few students here and there, like through Angel's Wings, that I think a lot of them want to get involved, but they don't know how. And I think like for the older like Thai like community and generations, like to be the mentor and like to tell them, like kind of lead them towards like resources that they could be part of. So, you know, if they're younger students, like introduce them to like Camp Wat Pa or like to different Wats or like different things that they can do to get involved. Because I think like when you're a kid and when you're a student, you're kind of like limited on what you can do personally. So having those resources to kind of be more involved is really important. And it definitely helped me feel like more part of the Thai community through being introduced to like different programs or different like opportunities like Angels Wings Foundation.
I mean, I absolutely agree with that. And I think, you know, having not been in LA for quite as long as a lot of people, still, you know, there's still a lot that I'm unaware of. But spreading the word about initiatives like the Angels Wings Foundation and Scholarship and Camp Wat Pa, making sure, you know, trying to get everyone to be aware of these awesome opportunities really goes a long way. Additionally, I think like one thing that's important to me personally is the whole idea of, you know, being proud of your heritage, being aware of that, and being aware that, you know, this, especially what we have in LA, I think is something really special because there is such a big Thai community. And then just being aware that, you know, this isn't something you should take for granted. There are people like me growing up with, like, you know, where you and your parents are the only Thai people. So just being really, really aware of how special that is to have such a great and strong community and communicating that, which I think could go a long way towards inspiring people to you know, make more of a difference in the community, and just supporting each other through, like, when you can, maybe through like career or networking building opportunities. I know one thing that really stood out to me about Camp Wat Pa, the first year I was a counselor, one thing that really stood out to me was there was a networking day. One of the days we brought in Thai professionals from like all around LA. We had a doctor, we had an entrepreneur, and that was a really, really cool thing for me because personally, up until that point, you know, I'd never been in a room with like all like Thai professionals. So that was also something that was really, really inspiring, and just being aware of like how much of an impact you can have as like a role model, I guess. If you are a Thai American in a really like successful, accomplished position, you know, you really have that power to inspire others, and don't be afraid to share your knowledge and to share your experiences and help out your peers and those who look up to you.
A great answer. Thank you from both of you. Thank you. So this question I have submitted from the attendee, and the question is I guess is for Amelia. Which grade transcription should I submit if I am in first year college? Can I use high school grade and high school teachers letter of recommendation?
It's a good question. So we would be open to what you choose, who would write the recommendation. The transcripts, I would recommend that you include your high school and your first year of college so we can get a full picture.
Oh, I see. So it should show the history of their education as well.
Correct.
Okay. That's good.
Tammy, can I say one thing? I also just want everybody to know we take all students. We take students who we like different stories. So we have some students, we think all of our students are excellent. So I don't want anybody to feel like they shouldn't apply if they don't have a 4.0. You know, we really are inclusive and we want to get to know you. So I encourage everyone to apply. Don't feel like you're not good enough or you're not going to an amazing school. That's why we open it up to students who go to junior colleges or vocational schools, because everyone is in a different academic journey. And Kunbui, part of this is to really empower you to do more. And that's the importance of the community building as well.
Further from that, I would like to ask Emilia, because, you know, like for me, I'm from Thailand. English is not my first language, but you know, we have a lot of students. I want to speak for the parents and students who are, you know, like I said, English is not their first language, and I think sometimes they kind of worry that, you know, since they're gonna submit everything in English, they may not be perfect. Is that gonna be anything kind of deduct a point from not getting a scholarship, like that, Emilia?
No, that will not prevent you. I mean, you know, we can see other things where we really thoroughly review the application. So there are transcripts, right? And so there are letters of recommendations to support that. So do not let that discourage you at all.
Okay, so the next question that we have here is, I think it's related to the last question that you just asked. I am currently enrolled in high school and my local JCs. Should I submit the transcript from both my high school and the JCs?
Yes.
Okay. The next question is that any volunteer or involvement opportunities for with Angel Wings for high school students? Do you have any opportunities to volunteer here?
I would say to email me or to email Kristen. Things do come up. Maybe there's help that's needed at a ceremony. This year is going to be a little bit different, but so that we can receive your information, I would say to email us.
Approximately how many applicants per year that you receive so far at UC?
You know, it's the number varies. It's anywhere from 200 to 300. It's a big pool, and each year it's growing. So we don't know this year. Everything is still coming in, so we don't have a hard number just yet. But in previous years, it has been in that range.
Okay. And the next question is, are all supporting documents submitted through your website or portals?
Yes. Yep. You can attach everything through the one online application. We've streamlined everything this year.
I see. But if they don't have any access or they're not very tech savvy, can they mail it to you?
You know what? That's a good question too. Yes, I would just say to email me so that we know that it's coming. But yes, we would receive hard copy applications.
That's great. Yes. So now the next question is, are scholarships recipients able to defer their awarded money for future years?
No, I would say in this regard, because of the need is so great. We really want to prioritize those who have the financial need. And usually if they can defer, that means they don't need the money right away. And it's really important to us that we're meeting the students with the highest need.
So would it be a case-by-case basis if there's something happens?
Yes. So if we've had cases where students currently in our program maybe took a semester off or maybe transferred to another school. In that case, we have deferred or we hold. So we're flexible in that way. But yes, same thing. Email me, let me know kind of what the scenario is, and I will support you through that as best we can.
I see. So this question, is the scholarship renewable?
It is not renewable. It is a one-time gift. And the reason for that, Kunbui feels very strongly about the Angel's Wings name is really providing wings and setting you kind of into your academic journey. And so that's why it's not renewable right now. It is something she's starting to think about, but currently it is not renewable.
I see. Now, I think we almost the time, and I don't have any more questions submitted here. Oh, last one. Can you use the scholarship for enrollment deposit or housing deposit?
Yeah, the way the scholarship is administered, it goes directly to the school. So if the school applies it in that way, like there's some flexibility there. So people have used it for that if there's a need. But it is ultimately the school decides.
Also, can I chime in a little bit about the financial aid portion? So a problem that I encountered freshman year when I received the scholarship was I got the $10,000 scholarship, but for example, I could only use I needed 9,000, and then I wanted to see if I could split that scholarship to be 5,000 and 5,000, because if I use the full 10,000, then if you are already getting full financial aid, and as a student, your needs for that financial aid does not meet the $10,000 requirement, then what financial aid at your school does, it actually uses the rest of the Angel Wings money and deduct part of your financial aid portion. So regardless, you're going to get the same amount. So if you're already getting, for example, $20,000 of financial aid, and you only need $5,000 more, and Angel Wings gives you $10,000, financial aid will reduce your scholarship that they're already giving you from 20 to 15,000. So when you're applying, if you don't need the full amount, it actually gets deducted from your financial aid from the school.
Yep. And how we've managed that in the past, it happens, it really case by case, and this is where we're really hands-on. So, and that is a good example of when we could defer. But usually they're already kind of in the program, they're admitted. And on the front end, if you know in advance, it's a little bit harder for us to say, if the need isn't there right then. But in Kristen's case or other students' case, we have reworked when the payments are made so that we don't want you losing financial aid.
That's great. So always communicate with
Yes.
the foundation. Yes. So thank you so much for very wonderful and informative information today. Soถ้าทุกคนนะคะสามารถที่จะเข้าไปสมัครได้เลยในวันนี้นะคะสมัครวันนี้ได้เลยก่อนที่จะหมดรอบในวันนี้นะคะเราจะใส่ลิงก์ไว้ให้ที่หน้าของสามัคคีด้วยนะคะเป็นลิงก์ที่สามารถที่จะกดเข้าไปสมัครได้เลยกดเข้าไปกรอกฟอร์มแล้วก็สมัครได้เลยลองอ่านรายละเอียดดูนะคะเป็นทุนที่ดีมากแล้วก็น่าสนใจมากสำหรับเป็นโอกาสที่ดีมากสำหรับเด็กไทยในอเมริกานี้นะคะก็ขอบคุณทุกคน Thank you so much นะคะ I'm gonna give back to Ian or คุณ Wendy so that we can take this on for the next step. Thank you.
นะคะวันนี้ก็ได้เข้ามาร่วมกันนะคะให้ข้อมูลเกี่ยวกับเรื่อง Angel Wing Foundation นะคะก็หวังว่าทุกคนคงจะได้รับข้อมูลที่เป็นประโยชน์นะคะกับการที่จะ apply scholarship นะคะอย่างที่บอกนะคะตอนนี้ scholarship ตามเว็บไซต์นะคะถึงวันที่30แต่ว่าเนื่องจากว่าเหตุการณ์ตอนนี้ก็ไม่ค่อยปกตินะคะอาจจะมีปัญหาในการขอ document หรือเอกสารนิดนึงนะคะก็Angel Wing อาจจะมีการเลื่อนขยายเวลาออกไปนะคะก็ถ้าใครกำลังได้ฟังตอนนี้ก็รีบส่งข้อมูลเข้ามานะคะที่เว็บไซต์ angelwingfoundation.org นะคะแล้วก็อย่างที่คุณแทมมี่บอกก็คือว่าถ้าใครจดไม่ทันนะคะในเรื่องของเว็บไซต์ข้อมูลหลายๆอย่างนะคะอยู่ที่เว็บไซต์ของสามัคคีนะคะองค์กรไทยอเมริกันสามัคคีนะคะสามารถเข้ามาดูได้หรือว่าถ้ามีเพื่อนนะคะวันนี้มีคนหลายคนส่งเข้ามาหลังไมค์นะคะบอกว่าวันนี้เสียดายติดธุระอย่างอื่นไม่สามารถเข้ามาได้นะคะก็เราจะมีรีเพลย์นะคะของโปรแกรมนี้นะคะก็ช่วยกันแชร์นะคะออกไปเพื่อที่ทุกคนนะคะคนไทยทั่วทั้งสหรัฐอเมริกานะคะตอนนี้50สเตทนะคะ50รัฐ50ทุนนะคะปีนี้ Angel Wing Foundation ให้กับคนเด็กไทยทุกคนนะคะก็ใครที่มีเชื้อสายไทยนะคะอย่างที่บอกไม่จำเป็นต้องเป็นคุณพ่อคุณแม่ไทยทั้งคู่นะคะอาจจะเป็นลูกครึ่งก็ได้นะคะแล้วก็อย่างที่บอกถ้าใครภาษาอังกฤษไม่เก่งนะคะไม่ได้เป็นภาษาแรกนะคะก็ไม่ต้องห่วงนะคะว่าอาจจะถูกหักคะแนนนะคะเพราะคนอเมริกันก็ได้บอกแล้วว่าเขาดูที่การศึก ศึกษาของเรานะคะเรื่องของเนื้อหาว่าเราเนี่ยมีจิตใจที่เราเก็ตอินวอลกับชุมชนไทยอย่างไรหรือว่าเรามีความมุ่งมั่นอย่างไรนะคะในการเรื่องของการศึกษาเพราะว่าคุณปุ๋ยนะคะก็ได้ให้ทุนการศึกษานะคะกับเด็กตั้งแต่เมืองไทยนะคะไปเป็น10 ปีแล้วแองเจิลวิงก็อีก5 ปีเพราะฉะนั้นพี่ปุ๋ยนะคะขอใช้ว่าพี่ปุ๋ยของเรานี่ก็สนับสนุนเรื่องของการศึกษามากนะคะก็อยากให้ทุกๆคนที่ดูรายการนี้นะคะก็เข้ามาร่วมกับโปรแกรมนะคะลองสมัครเข้ามานะคะหรือว่าถ้าใครไม่ได้สมัครเข้ามาก็เข้ามาช่วยกันแชร์นะคะเรื่องของโปรแกรมนี้แล้วก็เข้ามา get involved นะคะหรือว่ามีลูกหลานก็เข้ามา get involved กับโปรแกรมนี้นะคะเพื่อที่จะเราจะได้มีชุมชนของเราเข้มแข็งนะคะโดยที่มีคนรุ่นใหม่นะคะอย่างน้องคริสเตียนไอแซคหรือว่าอลัมไนหลายๆคนนะคะที่ก็เข้ามาเป็นอนาคตของสังคมไทยต่อไปค่ะ
ค่ะอย่างที่คุณเวนดี้พูดนะคะเราขยายระยะเวลาทางมูลนิธิขยายระยะเวลาในการรับสมัครแล้วก็เป็นช่วงระยะเวลาอันสั้นนะคะหลังจากที่รับสมัครแล้วภายในไม่เท่าไหร่ก็จะประกาศเลยคือทางมูลนิธิเนี่ยจะประกาศให้ทราบว่าใครจะได้รับ scholarship บ้างในช่วงประมาณเดือนกรกฎาคมหรือว่าต้นเดือนสิงหาคมนะคะประมาณตุลาหรือว่า early August ดังนั้นก็รีบสมัครนะคะตอนนี้จะได้เพราะว่าแป๊บเดียวเองนะคะช่วงสมัครแป๊บเดียวแล้วก็ทางมูลนิธิใช้เวลาในการพิจารณาปุ๊บแล้วก็ประกาศเลยค่ะ
งั้นวันนี้ก็ไม่มีคำถามเพิ่มเติมแล้วใช่ไหมคะคุณแทมมี่
ทางฝั่งคำถามนี้รู้สึกจะหมดแล้วนะคะหากว่าใครมีคำถามที่ไม่ได้ถามในวันนี้นะคะในตอนนี้ก็สามารถที่จะติดต่อคุณอเมเลียไปได้นะคะเข้าไปถามที่ทาง Angel Wings นะคะที่ amelia@angelwingsfoundation.org นะคะเดี๋ยวเราจะพิมพ์อีเมลนี้ไว้ในหน้าของสามัคคีด้วยนะคะเพื่อที่ทุกๆคนจะได้ถ้าหากว่าใครมีคำถามสามารถที่จะอีเมลไปถามคุณอเมเลียได้นะคะขอบคุณทุกๆคนมากเลยนะคะที่วันนี้สละเวลากันเข้ามาให้ความรู้ให้ได้รับทราบข้อมูลที่เป็นโอกาสที่ดีสำหรับเด็กไทยเด็กรุ่นใหม่เด็กไทยเด็กอเมริกันเด็กไทยลูกครึ่งไทยอเมริกันและไทยทุกคนนะคะขอบคุณค่ะ
ค่ะขอบคุณทุกคนนะคะ Thank you very much for everyone
ขอบคุณค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีท่านผู้ชมค่ะบ๊ายบาย